Hi and welcome back to part 3 of our Ford Transit Connect camper build. Today we're going to look at swapping the steering wheel, we're going to look at a central locking issue, and we're also going to clean up our front seats finally. So as always, thanks for watching, grab yourself a cup of tea, let's get into it. Okay, central locking. This van has some funny behaviour with the central locking. What we're going to do is we're going to have a look at it. Now, if we spin round, all the doors are shut and the interior light is not on, so that's a good sign. Doors are shut properly. So what we should be able to do is press the button on the key and we hear a lock, but it's not locked. Even if I go in with the key, this is locked. Everything else isn't. So by all accounts, what we should be able to do is try and reset it. So what we're going to do is try and reset it as the first attempt at fixing this. Now, the Ford Connect Forum UK, again shout out to them boys and girls, you should be able to sort of resync this by putting it in the ignition and turning the key on and off about 8 times within 10 seconds. I don't know if it's going to be a fix, but we'll give it a go. Okay, key in the ignition. And we're going to flip this over, hopefully at least 8 times in 10 seconds, and see what we get. Okay, that was 8 times. Do we have success or not? Let's get back out of the van. Close the door. That'll be a no. You can definitely hear it working. The indicators flash and what have you. But it's just not locking. Next attempted fix is to clean up the contacts on the sliding door. So I've got myself some WD-40 contact cleaner. We're going to clean up these surfaces and also the ones on the sliding door itself and see if we get any progress with that. Okay, contacts cleaned up. On to the next step. So this is on the passenger door here. It's quite difficult to see. Well, we have this locking down here. And to be fair, that seems quite stiff. So I can imagine any sort of friction is going to cause a problem with it trying to lock over. So we're going to give this a clean up as well. First product, plus gas. Just seems very sticky. Next up, I've got some multi-purpose oil spray. And I think that's gone some way to helping it. So my theory is, if there's one part of the central locking mechanism that's not latching on properly or moving as it should, will it cancel out the attempt on the rest of the doors for the central locking? Who knows? Next up, rear door. So I've cleaned up the contacts in all the doors. And we're still not working. Right, continue investigating what the possible clause is, why this will not lock my door. I also don't have another theory or another known problem is driver's door open. I don't have that on the dashboard. There's no driver's door open that appears. So it's a bit confusing. And even off the key, key unlocks, but it doesn't lock all the doors, which is a bit of a problem when you don't have door locks in your load area, or your passenger door in fact. So we still have a central locking issue. If you've got any thoughts, drop a comment down below, let me know. Also, I don't think it's central locking module problem. I think it's possibly an actuator issue. But as I say, leave a comment down below, let me know your thoughts. Appreciate it. Okay, I've got my interior cleaner now. So we're going to give these seats a going over. As you can see, they're pretty hanging, but on the whole, they're actually decent. So let's see what we can do with some cleaning products. But the worst is to come over here. This driver's seat is a bit bad. It'll be nice to see what that comes up like. So you'll agree those seats have come up a real treat. Now we're on to a job I really want to get on with, and that is swapping out that tired old steering wheel. This new steering wheel is going to really lift the interior, so let's get into it. Cool, steering wheel time. This is This can be a bit of a faff. I've got myself a small flat bladed screwdriver. What you need to do is turn your steering wheel onto a angle, switch it 90 degrees, undo the clip, and turn the wheel back the other way, and then undo the other. I've got one side out. This could be 1 minute of film, it could be 10 minutes. It's my first ever try, but you'll feel like what feel like two holes at the back. One of them's got a screw in, the other one is clear. So you aim for the one that's clear. And you're aiming to try and get a little lever pushed down. So if I show you on the airbag here, this is for the replacement steering wheel. Your screwdriver is going to come in and you want to be able to lever to then push this away. I don't know if you can see that. So if you push this away, that will disengage the airbag from its clip. And that's what I'm trying to do here, and it is painful. So on the steering wheel, if you can see it here, you've got two holes. One's got a screw in. You need to go into the other. And that little bar, you need to lever it down. So the bar will disengage from this clip. You've got two of them. And they're beating me. As I say, some people just chuck their screwdriver in and take it out. And unfortunately not me. Right, one side. And spin it round. What I'm going to do is put the screwdriver into the side here so it can't lock back in. Ooh. There, we done it. Okay, let's disconnect this airbag. We've got this connector, and this little torque screw here. That's for the earth. I'm going to work out how to get these two out. This is on a little tab. Let's get him out of the way. Excuse the footage, this is a bit of a nightmare filming. Oh, the other one's here, back of the airbag. Okay, So that comes out of there, and this is the earth. Okay, next up, 24mm nut. Out with the knackered one, fingers crossed. Our leather one. That looks to be a straight fit. Nut and washer back in. Now the new airbag. Okay, and I believe we're all back together. We've got our connector that runs through, we've got our earthing. We also have the earth at the bottom of the steering wheel, and that earth there as well. So I believe I'm done. Not gonna lie, I'm a bit scared, but we've now got a nice leather steering wheel, which is an upgrade to that absolute hanging piece. Of course, I need to push this back in, reconnect the battery, and fingers crossed we don't have airbag lights and everything should be hunky-dory. But that steering wheel is a huge upgrade to this tired interior. Let's give it a go. Okay, if the airbag goes off, it's going off in your face. Okay, airbag light on. Start her up. Well, that ain't so great, is it? Oh, hey! Okay. This airbag light, I asked on the forum, the Ford Transit Connect UK page group on Facebook, and they said it might be that I need to fit my original airbag. So we're going to go down that road of swapping this out, putting the original one back in, and then we'll see if this eliminates the issue. But first of all, got to get the old one off again. Take that out of the equation. So as before, we've got this on the ring here, we've got this at the bottom, that's those two cables, and then your airbag in the middle. Okay, let's plug the battery back in. So this airbag light might still come on because it's registered as a fault on the system, so it still might need a scanner to delete it, but we'll see. So airbag light currently out, airbag light on. Okay, so I think that I need to get a code reader and remove that airbag light, and hopefully that'll be it. A little update, I think we've sorted our airbag issue. We have no airbag light on, so this steering wheel is now good to go. So just as a reminder, this is a Ford C-Max steering wheel, and the airbag is from my original van. That's it for part 3. We've swapped out that steering wheel and cleaned up these seats lovely, so we've made good progress on the inside. This central locking is going to hopefully get sorted soon, but next on the list we'll be fitting this window into this sliding door. Looking forward to that, and also we can then start on our interior, getting it to look like a camper. As always, thank you for watching. Do hit a thumbs up and do subscribe down below. It is free, and hit that bell notification so you know when I upload. Also leave us a comment, let us know what you think of that steering wheel. I think it's really lifted the interior myself. And until then, we'll see you next Thursday, 6:30 PM.